Hi, this is Rafi James, and if you were under the 80s, you would recognize this picture. This was Harry and the Hendersons, which was a popular movie and TV show in the 80s. It was about Bigfoot who lived with a modern day family. You might say, Bigfoot, does he really exist? Well, I have some slides that might make you consider this. Well, this creature is known throughout the world by different names. In the Himalayas and the Tibetan area, he's known as the Yeti, Abominable Snowman, or Meitai. And also in Japan, he's known as Higaban, and in China, he's known as Yemen. And also, North America, he's known by different names, like in the northwestern part, he's known as the Bigfoot, but if you go southeastern, as Florida and Louisiana, he's known as the skunk ape, which brings me to so no matter where he is in the world, he has the same features. He's a big bipedal creature, very hairy, foul smelling, normally like 6 to 8 feet tall, and has red eyes, sometimes green, just depending on what the region is at. But most of the sightings in the U.S. have been in the northwestern part, which have been Oregon, Washington, California, then in the British Columbia province of Canada. And the sighting is from 2000 and up. And you might think, what is this animal procure that keep itself going? Which researchers say that it follows deer trails, so it preys on deer, and also it eats berries, fruits, vegetables, just anything it could get from the wilderness. And also, they are typically found around creeks, rivers, lakes, just around some type of water source, which is also what their prey would be around as well. So it shows that they'll be around there too. And now we're going to get into a little bit more about some sightings and reported sightings. The first one is of Fred Beck. He was a minor, and this took place with 4 other people in a night of July 1924. He was in the Ape Canyon, Washington, and some things that they called the Mountain Devils were throwing rocks at their cabin, and they came out to figure out what it was, and they shot one of them supposedly. Next, Albert Osmond. Here's an interesting one because this also was in 1924, but he was kidnapped by a family of Bigfoot and was held hostage for 6 to 7 days. And at the last day, he gave one some chew. It chewed it, didn't like it, spit it out, a little rampage, and he took off. And next is Jerry Crew, which is also interesting because this is where the term Bigfoot was coined, because he was in Bluff Creek, California, on his way to work, which he was a construction worker. He saw this big footprint, and he made caster mold of it, and then showed it, and it was a Bigfoot, hence Bigfoot. And next, we're going on to the most notable video of Bigfoot, which is the Patterson Gremlin video. And it was Gimlin video. It was taken in Bluff Creek, California as well, October 20th, 1967. Patterson and Gimlin were out adventuring to find a Bigfoot, and they did. But this is really skeptical. A lot of people that say it is, a lot of people say it isn't. And next we'll go into the most recent sighting, which is Rick Jacobs' photo, which was July 16, 2007 in Ridgeway, Pennsylvania. Rick Jacobs was 100, and he had a camera set on a tree to take automated photos. Well, a lot of these organizations that do research are like BRFO, which is shown right here, which is the Bigfoot Field Organization, and they do research, and they have chapters actually throughout the U.S. And also they do research by going out in the field, and oftentimes they yell or do this guttural scream to get a reaction from animals, such as Bigfoot, which they have had reactions from and have done audio tapings of this, which is interesting. Also, what they do is a FLIR thermal imaging camera, because Bigfoot, the creatures, are supposedly nocturnal. This is the way that they could spot them, videotape them, because you can't see them with the human eye. So this is one way where they do capture some film. And also, they also do castings of footprints, which they use plaster, fill it in, they cast, and they could tell kind of when they pull out if it's authentic because of the way the footprints are, the markings of the footprint, just similar to the way your handprint has, your fingerprint has prints on it. They do the same thing. Well, the researchers also think that Bigfoot are descendants of Gigantopithecus, which is a giant ape, which was around millions of years ago. But the only thing is that this ape wasn't exactly bipedal, but then it comes into this other thing that they think might have also been a ancestor or predecessor to Bigfoot, which is Paranthropithecus robustus, which was a bipedal creature, which is known to be the ancestor of Homo erectus. And then, well, a lot of people do have a misidentification, is what they call it. And since the black bear is the home region is in the northwestern part of the U.S., a lot of people do mistake this for supposedly being a Bigfoot. They say that quite a few of the sightings can be related to that, but not exactly sure. And then you say, what is the proof? Is there any physical evidence? Why isn't there any physical evidence? Skulls, bones, anything of that matter. Well, researchers believe that Bigfoots are similar to humans where they bury the remains of their deceased. Well, if you believe or not, that's what I've got for you. Thanks. Goodbye.